Hello, everyone. My name is Jacqueline, and I'm the Community Science Outreach Coordinator for the Pacific Grove Museum of Natural History. And welcome to Digital Science Saturday, Animal Athletes. Today, I am somewhere different. I'm actually not at home. I am in the education office at the museum. And I just want to let you all know that there's definitely some exciting things happening while our doors are still closed. But with that said, we have plenty of very cool specimens from our collection that I'd love to show off to all of you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on our Facebook Live or in our chat on the Zoom, and we will be monitoring them throughout this talk. I will be sharing a quick presentation about different animal athletes and some of the records that they hold, while also showing off some of the cool specimens that we haven't gotten to share with you while our doors have been closed. As you can see, we already have a peregrine falcon peeking in on the camera, a mola mola, and some shark teeth. So with that said, let's get started. I'm gonna share my screen. Oops. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, and away we go. So, like I said, welcome to Digital Science Saturday. If you haven't been to our museum before, we are located on Forest Avenue in Pacific Grove. And we have our Sandy the whale out front. And right now there's a bunch of chalk art out there. So go ahead and walk on by and see what Sandy has to say. We're going to explore some incredible organisms that you might find in the air, starting with the fastest flyer. Does anybody want to guess what that might be? Yes, it is the peregrine falcon. So the peregrine falcon is the fastest animal on the planet when it is diving. Peregrine falcons are hunters of other birds, and they actually like to catch their prey in midair. So what they'll do is they'll fly really high up, they'll bring in their wings to form this teardrop shape, and dive on their prey. So they can get up to 200 miles per hour. It's the fastest animal on the planet. But if you wanted to think about another fast animal that is also a flyer, we have the gray-headed albatross that can have a sustained flight speeds up to 78 miles per hour. That's faster than some of our land animals. Next up, we have our fastest flapper. We have our hummingbird, our Anna's hummingbird, which is actually the largest hummingbird on the West Coast. It has a heartbeat that can range from up to 100 or 1,200 heartbeats per minute. And their wings flap up to 700 times per 10 seconds. So I'm going to count to 10, and I want to see how fast you can flap your wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many times were you able to flap your wings? So the Anna's hummingbird is a really cool little bird that we see all over Monterey County. It's this beautiful greenish body with a bright red chest, and it's iridescent. So if you take a closer look at it, and I'm actually going to stop sharing so that you can get an even closer look at it, you can see that it shines in the light. Absolutely gorgeous little birds. And when the males are diving, they can reach up to speeds of 60 miles per hour. So not for a long time, but if they're diving quick and flying around, they can reach almost 60 miles per hour. Okay, let's keep going. Next, we have our biggest nest. So the bald eagle, which is an incredibly majestic bird, it's our nation's bird symbol. They create these large nests at the tops of trees that average about 6 feet across. And they'll keep coming back to their nest every year when it's time for them to have chicks. But the largest world record for the biggest nest is actually 10 feet by 20 feet big. And it weighed almost 6,000 pounds. So that's about 3 tons. Think about it, just about a car and a half. So definitely weighed more than your family car. Next, we have the largest wingspan. Can anybody think who might have the largest wingspan on our coast? Actually, in the entire world? You'll definitely see these amazing birds flying around here in Monterey County, especially in Big Sur and even pinnacles. It's the California condor. So the California condor has a wingspan of 10 feet on average. So that's about the length of your family car. Now, turkey vultures, which are much more common to see, their wingspan is about 6 feet. A condor, California condor, will have a 10-foot wingspan, and they have this white triangle underneath both their wings. And if they're close enough, you can see that they have a whitish head. Turkey vultures will fly a little bit closer to the ground. They're not as big, and they have a dark, underneath their wings is darker. And that's how you'll be able to tell the difference between a California condor and a turkey vulture. Okay, I think it is time to move towards the land. So next, I'm only going to highlight a few or 2 different land organisms for this section of our specimens, because in today's educational videos, we have gone through a lot of different species. So terrestrial land animals actually hold a lot of world records for speeds, jumping, all kinds of things. And I really want you to go and check out those videos. A museum volunteer put one together. Our amazing museum staff put some together, and just go ahead and check them all out. And there's plenty of activities to go along with them. So first, we have the fastest land animal. Now, I think you might be thinking of a fast land animal, but this is an animal or an organism that can sustain fast speeds over a longer distance, not short little sprints. The fastest land animal is the pronghorn. So this is the fastest distance runner, and it can actually sustain speeds up to 45 miles per hour. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that we can show you what we have, here at the museum. So we actually have a mounted head of a pronghorn, and you can see it's really big and a little bit awkward. It's really heavy, so we're not going to lift it up, but you can see it has the 2 horns, really mobile ears for listening for predators, big eyes, and pronghorns will actually run with their mouths open so that they can absorb more oxygen as they're running. So it's big and awkward. Thank you. Okay. And next, we're going to focus on one of our very cool leaping organisms. Now, a lot of animals hop, jump, and even leap, but this organism in particular is able to leap the furthest distance according to its body size. So it's a small animal, but it can actually leap up to 20 times its body size. Does anybody think they know what it might be? It's not a frog. It's definitely an insect. It is a locust. So locusts are known for creating mass destruction when it comes to agriculture and crops, but they're really, really cool insects that are able to jump over 3 feet, which is 20 times their body size. Now, out front, in front of the museum, there is Sandy the whale, and Sandy the whale is about 40 feet long. And if you are a 5-foot person and you were able to jump 40 feet, that's only 8 times your body size. So definitely take a chance, walk by Sandy the whale and see how far you can jump. Next, it's time to explore the water. So here in Monterey Bay, there are thousands of different organisms that call Monterey Bay home, and all of them do incredible things. But one of my favorites, that's the closest to my heart, is actually holds the world record for the heaviest bony fish. So this fish has bones, and it can get to sizes up to 14 feet long. It is the ocean sunfish. So the mola, or ocean sunfish, is just a really incredible, awkward animal fish that likes to come up near the surface to sunbathe or have birds take off its parasites. And one individual was actually found to be 5,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds. That's more than your family car by a lot. And but on average, these mola molas are on average get up to 2,000 pounds. Just easily able to make 2,000 pounds. So as you can see here, you have a free diver that actually is up next to it, and this mola is bigger than it. I'm going to stop sharing so that we can show off the small mola that we have here in the museum. So this is just a tiny mola, and you can tell it's got a small pectoral fin, which is the side fin, a fairly small eye, an awkward looking mouth. They always look like they just told a bad joke, and these really long top fin and bottom fin. And then its caudal fin is actually fused to its body, making this arc. So unlike a shark tail fin or other traditional fish, its caudal fin is an arc shape. They're just really cool, really awkward fish, and you can find them right here in Monterey Bay. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the organism that has the most teeth on the planet. Now, sharks, we can bring the shark jaw over. I'm not going to go back to the slideshow, but sharks actually can replenish their teeth as they fall out. And if you see there, this shark jaw has multiple rows of teeth. And as the front teeth fall out, the back teeth rotate forward to take its place. Now, not all sharks have these sharp teeth like this, but most sharks do. There are a few species of shark that are filter feeders and don't need really sharp teeth for their prey, but the ones that do, like white sharks or mako sharks or blue sharks, all have these really sharp teeth for grasping their prey. So with all of that, I know we went through that pretty quickly, and I mean, there are so many different specimens and organisms in the museum. We could talk about them for so long. And just wanted to say that all of us museum staff are definitely sad that our doors are still closed and we're not able to enjoy all of these incredible organisms and specimens that we have for you, but we're all hoping that you're able to get outside, explore nature, observe, and learn something new every day. So this is just a few of the specimens, and I do have some time for questions if anybody has any. If you don't have any now, but you'd like to reach me later, you can email me at education@pgmuseum.org, and we'll answer any questions that you might have. And like I said at the beginning of this video, we are currently working on some new exhibits so that when our doors do open, hopefully we'll have something brand new for each and every one of you to enjoy. Thank you for joining us on Digital Science Saturday.